up, everybody? We decided to do a little late night cooking night. We've been drinking a little bit and watching TV, that kind of thing after work. But we decided to do something that, I mean, we do it on the normal, but a lot of people don't know this, and we're doing pan fried fish, and we're doing some sausage with it. We're gonna make some mashed potatoes. But what we got here is we've got some fresh flounder that I got from a buddy of mine, and we got some Old Bay on it. That's all. Old Bay and garlic powder is all we got to season it with. And we got some sausage we're gonna cook with it. And that's Conica sausage. It's the closest thing, we've already said it, but it's the closest thing to register sausage you can get. This is uncooked sausage. I mean, it's not the stuff that you just heat and eat. You've got to cook this to temperature. And it's absolutely amazing. I'll show you that in a minute. We've also got our water going, and it's here for we're gonna make instant mashed potatoes is what we're gonna make. And it's just Idaho. I mean, we're going to cheap route tonight. We're not doing the whole thing. We're not getting elaborate anyway. What we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat on for the sausage, and we're going to go ahead and get them browning because the flounder's not going to take that long. Well, we've got all we're going to do, what we're going to do is pan fry it. We're going to dredge it in flour and shake it off. Just dredge it lightly and shake it off in flour, and I'm going to have some butter in here to go in the skillet, and then we're going to pan fry it in that, and it's going to make a crust. That butter's going to make a crust with that flour, and we're going to flip it over, you know, a couple minutes on each side, and that's all. But we'll let y'all know what's going on here in a minute. Let me get everything to temperature, and we'll be right back. Hi there. All right, we're back, and we're going to the cast iron skillet. We got it up to temperature, and we're going to go ahead and put this sausage on the sear. Like I say, this is that Conica sausage. I mean, this stuff is just awesome. Listen to it. It's gonna get a slow sizzle to it. You don't want to just throw it on a hot skillet. We split them in half because you get that right there. You get that meat. It's gonna sear off like bacon. And I'm telling you right now, it ain't nothing but fitting. And I can smell it already. Just put it on. We're gonna let this ride and let it get good and seared off and brown. Then we're gonna flip it over just enough to tighten that skin up, and we're gonna take it off and set it to the side. Be right back with you. Let's see how they're doing. All right, that's what we're looking for. We're gonna make the rest of them look like that. Check them, and we're gonna take them off and just put them on a paper towel to drain on a plate, and we'll keep on going. Alrighty, we got the sausage browned off, seared off. We're going to take some of this sausage grease, and we're going to end up putting a little bit of it in here. I got a little bit of butter in there. I got the heat going on this, on the frying pan that we're going to put the fish in. I'm going to put a little bit of that sausage grease in there, not a whole lot. There you go. We're going to add some butter to that. Let's go ahead and add some butter to it. Turn the heat up to about 4, which is going to be about medium. You don't want too much butter in there. You want just enough to fry it up. We're going to let that melt down, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the flour. The fish are already seasoned. Season them up good with some Old Bay and garlic powder, and then we're just going to dredge them in here. And then we're going to shake it off, and we're going to pan fry them. We're going to wait till all that foam dies down and start settling a little bit and looks a little bit more clear. And it's going to be ready to fry. I'll show y'all how to do that, how to dust the fish off here in just a minute. Alright, I'm going to show y'all how to dust this flour off. Just pack it in the flour, flip it over. You see it's got the dust on it. Pick it up and shake it off. That's all you want to do, shake it off. You're going to lay it up in the grease there, or the butter. And do the other one like that. Same thing, just pack it up. You pick it up, you shake it off. Make sure it's got just a thin coating on it. You're going to put it down in here and let it go. And it's going to take a few minutes for it to get all good and frying. It's going to go. I'm gonna let it ride for a minute and I'll show you. Alright, this is what I was talking about. You set it in there just for a minute and let it start frying like that. You're gonna start developing that crust on the bottom. And it's not gonna take long. You see it's foaming a little bit, and that's that butter. And that's just fine. It'll be alright. Let it go a couple minutes and flip it over, and it's gonna have good good crust on it. Alright, I just flipped them over. There it is. There's that good crust on that fish. And you're going to cook it on the other side for a couple of minutes. It's going to do the same thing. But I'm telling you right now, oh man. Crisp on the outside, tender on the inside. Oh, that's some fitting stuff right there. Alright, we got everything done. I'm fixing to show y'all how we played it. Let's go. Alright. We put some of those we made some of the Idahoan mashed potatoes, some of the instant stuff we made. Just gonna get us a good bed down here. We're gonna come by a little bit of that pan fried flounder. Then we're coming back some of that seared Conica sausage. We're gonna do it up a little bit with a little bit of these green onions. Scallions, whatever you want to call them. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of them on there. And to top it all off, we got some of Carmen's homemade tartar sauce. Tartar sauce at the store ain't worth shit. I mean, excuse my language, but it ain't. Got to have a little bit of homemade stuff, and she cut her pickles by herself. I say by herself. I mean, we use store-bought pickles, but I mean, she cut them up and went from there. There ain't no sense in having to buy that store-bought stuff. We're gonna put a little onions on the top of that. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if that ain't fitting, I'll kiss your ass. Love y'all. Till next time. Hi,